Hi, Antoine. Xavier from Canal. First of all, how is Kylian doing? Does he have his mask yet? And how are you feeling? Personally, how are you feeling fit? Well, Kylian is doing well. The swelling has come down on his nose. We'll see. We'll see the last minute, depending on how he's feeling. Me, I'm fine. We, in the competition now, and we are ready to continue.
Bonjour Antoine. Emmanuel Baranguet pour l'agence France Presse.
Hi Antoine. Emmanuel from France Presse, Agence France Presse. What do you think of your performance in the first match against Austria? You didn't have as much of the ball as you have usually. Yeah, that's true. I was trying to find spaces. I wasn't really as much involved in the game. They didn't need me as much so deep, so I tried to take up positions where I could link to the attackers. But this wasn't a game where I thought I was great. But we've got another game tomorrow now. I'm not going to say that I need to make up for it. I wouldn't say that I had a poor game, but I'd like to touch more of the ball. Question from L'Equipe. At previous press conferences, in the preparation matches, warm-up matches, you said you were always willing to adapt. If Mbappe is not there tomorrow, you have to adapt again, take up a new position. Have you talked to the coach about this? Well, I think the entire team would have to adapt. I really don't know if he's going to be playing. Having one of the best players in the world on the pitch or not definitely changes things, but we'll see how it goes. But you always have to adapt to each match, and that's what I really love to do. So it doesn't matter what the technical choices are for tomorrow, we'll always have to adapt, and that's what makes us stronger. We always adapt to our opponents, look for their weak points, and we'll have to be strong against Austria. We know it's going to be a physical game, and we'll have to really make sure we turn up tomorrow. A question from Libération. You had a great game against Austria. You dominated really, but it was only 1-0 with an own goal, so really didn't get what you put into the game. You didn't really get your just desserts, really. Does this concern you? Well, they defended really well. They had a great game in terms of the duels, in terms of coming up and pressing us as well. So they played really well. So I'd say that the attacking players helped. We missed 3 or 4 opportunities where we could have killed off the game. We weren't able to do this, but we know that you have to kill off the games, otherwise people can equalize even in the very last few seconds of the game. I was watching the game with Slovenia. They conceded a goal 26 seconds before the end of the game. These types of goals can happen, so we're going to have to improve that, yes. But otherwise, I'm not concerned about our attacking players. We've got lots of talented players. They've always scored goals and they will continue to do so. Hi, Antoine, for the JDD. So how do you see the current situation back home? The players are talking about an initiative with the political situation. How are things going? Well, we'll see if it happens or not. But as I said at the previous press conference, the best thing people can do is to go and vote. Otherwise, politics, this is all very serious, complicated. It's quite a personal thing as well. So I'm just here as a football player. I know we can be quite famous, but I think all I can say really is go and vote, take the time to do it. It's quick and easy, but it's important.
Bonjour Antoine.
Hi, Antoine. Baptiste, you pushed in front of her. She was first.
Non, on peut passer à... Oui, allez, Colin.
Non. Qu'est-ce que vous pensez de Ronald Koeman
What do you think of Ronald Koeman? Ronald Koeman worked at Barca. What do you think of him? Working with the Dutch team. Ronald Koeman is a player that I really liked. He's always kind of straight up with his players. He's always told me what he really thought. Not all coaches are like that. He was with Barcelona during a difficult time. It was a difficult time both for the coaches and for the players. Well, the Dutch team, I really like their style of play. They've got lots of injured players. They've lost one key player, Frenkie de Jong. I think he's one of their best players. But he'll be replaced by other players who have a similar style of play. So their team controls things well, and now we have to now look at their weaknesses. Baptiste from Le Figaro.
C'est à vous de me dire, c'est à vous de me dire.
Là pour le coup, toi. Et finalement, en dehors de l'efficacité, les axes d'amélioration
Well,
pour le match de demain.
What do you think you could improve on for the next game?
Je l'ai repris chez vous.
You said the last game was a bit annoying to play. Well, saying the game was annoying, this is something you kind of say. There'll be matches like this where you have to be good in defense, make sure you don't give the opponent any chances. So, Austria was a good example, really. I was proud of how the team dealt with this. What you as a second part to your question?
Ouais, je pense à bien lire le jeu, mettre une
reading the game,
accélérer quand il le faut, mais ça va se passer quand j'aurai le ballon, quand je le toucherai.
I try to slow things down, accelerate things at the right time, but I have to touch the ball for this. But I think the most important thing is to look at the finishing after last match. Antoine, I'd like to ask you two questions. Do you really feel that you're in 100% in shape? You keep talking about the ball. Were you frustrated? No. I wouldn't say I'm frustrated. I didn't touch the ball so much, but I did have a good chance in the game as well. But in terms of my fitness, during the warm-up games, I was a bit tired. We did lots of preparation work. When you're at 33, it takes you a bit longer, but now I feel a lot better. I'm at 100%. I feel good. So I'd say that physically speaking, you can now see this.
Hello, Antoine. Ashley Gonzalez from TV Azteca, Mexico. I want to know what is the key of the success of Didier Deschamps. If I'm not incorrect, he's the first manager can be world champion and European champion as a player and a manager. So what do you think is the key of his success?
Que dire du coach? Sa réussite, c'est le groupe qu'il arrive à.
What could I say about the coach? His success is thanks to the entire group, the medical staff, the players, everyone.
La petite touche tactique qui pendant le match va faire la différence.
In terms of tactical things, he always comes up with a little idea that really changes things. That can turn things around. As a coach, as a player, he's a winner. This is part of his DNA. He knows how to deal with the moments of pressure. And when you're a player, you can see this and you can really feel it in the changing room. Hortense Leblanc for France Info. A question about Olivier Giroud. You've been playing with him for a long time. It's going to be his last tournament. Do you find him different this time around? No, he's always in great shape, always happy. On the pitch and off the pitch. And he is really demanding in terms of the food that's next to him at the meal time. So I really see that. Hi, Antoine. Two things. Is it easier to build a group after a difficult game like the last game, and you've scored 3 goals in your last 30 games for the French team, whereas you've been scoring lots of goals for Atletico. How do you feel about this? Well, your first question.
Dans les matchs compliqués comme ça, ou les grosses victoires, où on souffre, où on défend tous ensemble.
Yeah, it creates bonds when you suffer all together. Even the subs that came on the pitch really helped the team straight away as soon as they came down. They turned up. So that's what will make the difference in this tournament, I'd say. The people on the bench, it's thanks to them that we'll be able to win or not. But my role is completely different between the French team and Atletico. At Atletico, I'm more higher up the pitch, finishing things off, whereas here I'm more part of building play. As I've always said, I adapt to the situation, to the team. In the last game, I almost scored. It was pretty close. Do I miss scoring? Of course. But you're familiar with me now. You've been talking to me for the last 10 years now. But I'm not always just looking to score. I want the team to win. If I could score a goal, that's even better. But otherwise, I just want to win.
Bonjour Antoine. Alexandre Martin-Lopez pour l'AFP, juste devant vous, tout au fond.
For AFP, I'm at the back. Hi. A question about N'Golo Kanté. Some people were skeptical about him coming back to the French team. Your teammates in the press conferences have always been supporting him. They always said that it feels like you have an extra 1, 2, or 3 players when he's around. Did he impress you against Austria? And the only time he impressed me was when he started dribbling down the right-hand side. I thought something's going on here with N'Golo. But no, I know him. I play with him. And that's just the way he is. You know that he really helps the team. He really helps the defense. And so, yeah, I'm delighted to have him with us. And I hope he will continue to play like this.
Hello, Antoine. Nuno Travassos, A Bola, Portugal. Many people see this tournament in this summer as the moment when Cristiano Ronaldo would leave his heritage, his stage at European football to Kylian Mbappé. I wonder if you see things like that, maybe, and if you hope to later have a revenge against Portugal.
Est-ce que je peux avoir la traduction, s'il vous plaît?
Tu n'avais pas, Antoine.
Hein?
Tu n'avais pas la traduction, excuse-moi.
Mais il a parlé d'une revanche, non, avec le Portugal, c'est ça?
Et l'héritage Cristiano Ronaldo et le passage de témoin avec Kylian Mbappé.
Ah, ok, merci pour la traduction.
Sorry, couldn't hear the translation.
Passage de témoin, pas besoin. Je pense qu'il fait sa carrière, fait son chemin.
A handover between Kylian and Cristiano. I think Kylian is living his own career, is doing great things. What Cristiano is doing is unprecedented. But I think you need to see them as 2 separate people and to stop trying to compare different players, even Leo as well, or any other players. Everybody has their own style of play, they have their own place in history. So let's make the most of the 2 of them. And we want to win another trophy.